So
there's
on the
something better.
conference.
It's an idea that's motivated humans for centuries, pushed us to seek, accomplish, improve. Want to get to that better? It's time.
The
Southern
Nozak
Maine
Mickle
Community
Day.
College. Whether you're laying a foundation to build on, preparing for a rewarding career, or gaining new skills to give you the edge, at SMCC you'll find a
Good afternoon and welcome to the Hub on the campus of Southern Maine Community College for Seawolves men's basketball. It's the second part of a doubleheader between the SMCC Seawolves and the Paul Smiths College Bobcats. I am Jeff Christenberry alongside Zach Taranko, and we're here on a very frigid day outside, but a nice warm day inside the Hub. Again, as the Seawolves and Paul Smiths College face off for the second time this season. It's been an interesting season, Zach, for SMCC. This is their first game since December 18th. Due to COVID postponements, both with other teams and within their own team as well. So almost a full calendar month since they played a game. And talking to Coach Matt Richards before in his 19th season here, they barely practice basically as a team. So you're going to see a couple different guys in the starting lineup than if you're used to watching these Seawolves. But still, they come in as the favorites. Paul Smiths College, SMCC 9-3 over on the season, 6-1 in the conference. They've won 3 in a row. Paul Smiths College comes in at 3-9, 2-5 in the conference, and most importantly, they've lost 8 in a row. So they're looking to bounce back as well. As Matt Richards here in his 19th season, we'll see him at halftime and post game. 84 points a game for the Seawolves. Top scorers: Cam Cousins, Ian Regan, and Zach Mickle. A couple of those guys. Mickle, I don't believe, is going to be playing today for the Seawolves. What have you seen in preparation for this game, Zach? A huge roster, I got to say, for Paul Smiths College. They have almost 20 guys over there, but they've just struggled. 8 losses in a row is very tough, but SMCC, again, hasn't played since before Christmas. Yeah, that's going to be the issue for SMCC, and I think this is one of those games where with the limited bench players that they're going to have and a few of their starters gone, SMCC is going to really have to work really hard to enter this game and work hard against this big Paul Smiths College roster. And, you know, we look at the two teams, and they played earlier in the season, and SMCC won by 10 points, 78-68. It was a pretty close game, but it's definitely going to be a big one, and Paul Smiths is definitely going to come out with some energy. So SMCC needs to match that and play like they did in that last game, and hopefully have a good first game back since that little break they had. Absolutely. We're going to see the starting lineups here in just a minute. One familiar name to those of us, Zach and I. Zach's a junior at Thorne Academy. We do Thorne Academy TV, a lot of broadcasts. And Jack Pazinski, former player for the Golden Trojans. Great career, almost led to a state championship the other year. He plays, and he'll start tonight for the Seawolves. But here, we'll go to the public address announcer here for the introductions of the starting lineups here at the Hub.
And your Southern Maine Community College Seawolves! The Yankee Small College Conference encourages and promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We encourage your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at any of the parties will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal of the site of competition. Lastly, everyone is expected to wear masks at all times while inside the building. The officials for today's game are Chris Bowering, Jeremy Searoyce, and Jerry DeRocha. And now for your starting lamps. First the visiting Bobcats. At guard, number 1, Eddie Quah. Also at guard, number 11, Kenny Smith. At forward, number 2, George Browning. At the other forward, number 4, Nick Frazier. And finally, number 10, Cameron Fuller Jr. The Bobcats are coached by Josh Clemens and assisted by Trent Davis and Joe St. Cyr. And now, for your Southern Maine Community College Seawolves! At guard from Saco, Maine, number 2, Jack Pazinski. At the other guard from Deer Isle, Maine, number 4, Captain Miles Brown. At the forward position from Biddeford, Maine, number 5, Captain Deshaun Cromwell. At the other forward from North Yarmouth, Maine, number 23, Luke Gatloff. And at center from Wells, Maine, number 32, Captain Cameron Cousins. The Seawolves are coached by Matt Richards, his 19th season.
very Southern Maine flair for the Seawolves.
We said before, no Zachary Mickle or Ian Regan today. Two of the starters for the Seawolves. So
I do see Regan on the bench, though, so we'll see if he gets some playing time.
Yep.
But, yeah, Mickle will be out today. So, again, welcome to the Hub, Southern Maine Community College. SMCC in their white uniforms with the blue trim, blue numbers. They'll be going, looks like right to left in your screen to start. And the Paul Smith's Bobcats from Paul Smith, New York, in the all green with the yellow numbers and the white trim outline as well. And the tip is won. Taken down by Jack Pazinski as we get started here.
Quick energy here by the Seawolves in the first minute.
Brown looking forward. Deshaun Cromwell. Cromwell moves in the lane, up with the left hand and in. And it's Deshaun Cromwell with the first two of the game. A good start there for the Seawolves. Eddie Quah back the other way. Again, Pazinski, Brown, Cromwell, Gabloff, and Cousins, the starting lineup for SMCC. It's going to be stolen in the middle by Pazinski, and here comes SMCC. A long pass out to Cromwell, though it's a little too short. Intercepted. Back come the Bobcats, moving inside, up with the left hand and in. That's Kenny Smith. He's got the first two for them.
Good first basket there by Smith.
Pazinski, baseline jumper is up and good. Jack Pazinski with his first two of the game. Back and forth action so far. Three ball up and in and out, no good. Back and forth we go to start this. Again, this is a 10-point game, even though that Paul Smith College has lost 8 in a row. This was only a 10-point game, but they did play quite a while ago. Cromwell on the far side. Gets to the elbow, gives it up. That's going to be a three ball that is up and no good from Miles Brown. Rebound comes out to the Bobcats. They'll come back the other way.
Really quick back and forth between the two teams. Paul Smith's trying to get inside and get some points on the board.
That's going to be out of play. Turnover there from Paul Smith College. And it'll be the Seawolves taking over.
So far in this game, Cromwell is leading the charge for the Seawolves.
Brown, Pazinski, near side, looking for a cutter. Finds one in Cousins. Back to Pazinski. Sets it up, 14 on the shot clock. Pazinski makes a move inside, but loses the handle. Scramble for it on the floor. That's going to be a jump ball, and that'll go the way of the Bobcats. So kind of an unforced error there for the Seawolves, and early turnover. 4-2 lead, though, for SMCC.
And
defense chance coming from Seawolves bench. Far side. Dribbles, kicks, baseline jumper is up and off three sides of the rim. No good from Cameron Fuller. And here comes the Seawolves. Cromwell gives it up. Brown. Cousins loses the handle again, but scramble for it, gets it back up, puts it up, off, and in. Cameron Cousins, a nice fight for those 2 points, Zach.
yeah, great job by Cousins there to continue with it even after he had lost his dribble and keep working on it.
Three ball is up and good from Nick Frazier. So, it was only a 2. That was a long 2 there for Frazier. First points for him.
Seawolves have a 1-point lead right now, but they want to try to get some points on the board.
Back inside, Cousins, huge block from behind. Get out of here, says Kenny Smith. It'll stay with the Seawolves, but a nice play there by Smith.
And he was...
Well, he elevated on that one.
He was up there.
My goodness.
His hand didn't have to go up. His hand was kind of...
It's kind of going down right there.
Yep.
You got some great elevation. Cromwell gives it in. Pazinski. Inside. Cousins. Inside and out of the rim. But Cromwell gets the rebound, gets bumped, shot, no good, but he'll go to the line for 2. Offensive boards early on, Zach, have been key for the Seawolves.
Yeah, Seawolves doing a great job so far. Cam Cousins under the basket. And the game is tight right now.
Again, coming into this game, we got a little scouting report, from Pazinski. He said about Cam Cousins. His quote was, "He's a beast on the boards and a soft touch around the rim." We've seen that so far, as Cromwell hits his first free throw.
One thing I did see a change on the scoreboard here is that three-pointer by Frazier is counted only as a 2.
Yeah, long 2. Yep. So just 4 points. 1 of 2 from the line for Cromwell. 7-4 lead for the Seawolves early on. 16:25 to go, first half. Inside. A little bit too handsy, I guess we'd say, from Luke Gabloff, and that's going to be a foul. That is the first foul of the game, and that'll be 2 shots coming up for George Browning, junior forward from Piscataway, New Jersey. A lot of New York players on this team. Oh, some from California, Connecticut, Georgia, Colorado even. So first one's up and good for Browning. 6'2" junior forward.
We saw the shot clock came into factor a few times in that women's game. Some shots were going up and having to throw them up, but so far, really fast-paced game by both teams.
No subs yet either. As it come across, and it's Miles Brown from Deer Isle Stonington High School. Looking for Brzezinski. Seven on the shot clock. Cromwell shoots up a 3, no good. Not a great offensive possession there. Kind of had to throw that up because the shot clock was going down. Rebound by the Bobcats, comes down, finds a way. One-handed layup is rejected by Gabloff. Here come the Seawolves the other way. High intensity and big pressure here coming from the Bobcats. Kind of a handball place there. In the lane, up with the right hand, no good. That was Cousins, can't get it, but it's going to stay with the Seawolves. Kind of a helter-skelter couple of possessions here for SMCC, but they still have the ball up by 2.
One big thing I see from Cam Cousins is under the basket. He's really trying to get the space to get those shots. When he doesn't, he has a nice reach. Unfortunately, that one didn't fall for him, but doing a great job under the basket as the Seawolves lead 7-5 as that 3 is off the mark.
Gabloff's 3 is no good, but offensive rebound by Cousins. Pazinski for 3. That hits off the back rim. Huge high arcing rebound, and he throws the ball off the defender. Miles Brown, fantastic play for the 5'11 guard for first year, and it will keep possession. Those are the small things that could, play a big role in these games, but maybe close later on. Again, first game for the Seawolves since December 18th, a win over Vermont Tech. Hardly any practice time together as a team since then as well. COVID has wreaked havoc on their schedule, but so far, getting the rust off pretty good. Here comes Pazinski again with another deep 3. Almost tipped in, I think, by Cousins. Here comes the Bobcats under the rim. Reverse layup is good by Kenny Smith. Acrobatic play by the senior. 4 points for him, and we're tied at 7. 14:40 to go as the Seawolves struggling to get out of the backcourt sometimes.
And they're trying to double up on Cromwell now, seeing that he is their offensive charge.
Cromwell hits that one off the front rim. See some subs coming in soon for the Seawolves. That's going to be no good. What a foul. Did Paul Smith's College. Inside, Cromwell kind of changes hands mid-air. Cousins gets the rebound, puts it back up. He's going to go to the line for 2. Cousins, again, really doing a great job on the boards. And, again, see this replay. Pazinski, his 3 goes up, and it's no good, but a nice acrobatic play by by Miles Brown keeps the possession to the Seawolves. Free throws coming up now for Cousins. Hits the first.
Regan's in for the first time this game.
Regan and Kavutse, Anderson Kavutse, 6'8", center from Westbrook.
And it looks like Thomas Martinotti will also check in here.
He's coming in for the shooter, Cam Cousins, if he makes it. That is up and good. 2 for 2 on the line, 9-7 early on here at the Hub. 14 minutes to go now, first half. Top of the key, now we have Anthony Henson in for Paul Smith College.
And a steal there by Jack Pazinski.
Comes down. 3-year player, varsity player for the Golden Trojans. Came also close to a state championship 2 years ago, losing to Edward Little in the last seconds. Cousins. Physicals his way into the lane. Can't get it, but right at the right place at the right time, Miles Brown, one of the shortest guys on the court, gets that rebound, puts it back up and in. His first points. They're getting it from all angles right now. 4 different players on the score sheet already for the Seawolves. 11-7. They lead 7 minutes into this game. Long 2 goes up, and that's going to be good for George Browning. His first field goal of the game. 11-9. Bobcats staying right in this.
Kaczynski now to Regan. And moving the ball quickly up the floor and doing a great job moving the ball, but some good interior defense by the Bobcats.
A little ambitious pass there by Brown that's going to be intercepted and goes back the other way.
A very tightly contested game so far.
Blocked by Pazinski. He's going to get called for the foul, though. And it'll be Browning going to the line for 2. Can tie this ball game up again. 12:33 to go. Browning, a 6'2 junior, as we said before. 4 points for him.
Makes the second one, he can tie the game. That's good.
Both 3 out of 4 from the line.
Yeah, both games pretty similar, the men's and women's games. Pretty contested in the first quarter. Both teams getting some good chances.
The ball's going to be on the far side. New one into the game is Martinotti. 3 ball up. 3 ball is good for Ian Regan. His first points of the game. He starts quite a bit for the Seawolves. Didn't start today, but is making an impact off the bench already. That ball goes up. It's going to be no good off the rim, but a rebound for the Bobcats out to the far side. The 3 ball is up and good. That's Anthony Henson, first-year guard from Orlando, Florida. He hits a 3. It's 14-14. High-pressure defense right now on both sides of the ball. Three ball goes up. It's going to be a foul on the far side, shooting foul.
Martinotti will shoot 3. That'll be a great chance for the Seawolves to get some points on the board.
Martinotti, first-year forward, 6'4", from Lewis S. Mill High School in Harwington College. And that'll be up and good. First free throw of the game for Martinotti. Managing an HVAC.
Both teams not shooting too much from the three-point line. Seawolves are 1 of 4, and the Bobcats are 0 of 1. Teams really trying to look inside and drive to the lane. As we see Bodie Meter check in as
all 3, yep.
As well as David Mervelis.
All 3 made. That's a big, could be a big foul there. In the scheme of things, 17-14. Moving the ball on the perimeter. Long 2 is up and no good from Elijah Pratt. It's going to be rebounded by David Mervelis, as you said, is in the game now for the Seawolves. Getting some instructions, Bodie Meter. So pretty much a whole new 5 for the Seawolves. Again, they have 10 guys in uniform today. And having not played for a month, not much practice. They're probably going to all get some playing time. Up and in for Kavutse. Timeout Bobcats. We're going to keep it right here. We'll go to the coach's cam as we check out Bobcats Bobcats trailing by 5 here in the first half.
Trip. So, Bodie, you can't leave. I need you to come back and help here.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Mask it up. All right. Show 33.
Okay.
Middle, bottom. Second pass. Match up.
You want me top? On top?
Yes. 33 match on 2. On 2. On 2. Seawolves on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Back here, 11:05 to go first half. It's the Seawolves 19, the Bobcats 14. A lot of free throws so far for the Seawolves. I'm counting in my head here. 3, 6. They have 8 free throws made already, and that's the difference in the game, making those shots from the charity stripe. 3 fouls on the Bobcats, 2 on the Seawolves. It's like a 1-3-1 zone coming from Coach Matt Richards. As again, he'll join us at halftime for some thoughts. First time he's had to do that in quite a while. In the lane, the shot is just a little too hard off the glass. Offensive rebound is no good. And coming away with that was Ian Regan. Back the other way now are the Seawolves. Again, plenty of subs on the bench for the Bobcats. They have about 20 guys in uniform, or some kind of uniform. Let's see how many they use. Back the other way, kind of a wild shot there from SMCC. Back the other way is Elijah Pratt. Deep 3, in and out. That was by Anthony Henson. He already has 1 3 today.
Bodie Meter, another familiar face. A strong player at Gorham.
3 ball is up, and 3 ball is good for Martinotti. His first 3 of the game. Stretches now the lead to 8. Zach's a quiet 8-point lead. It feels like this game's pretty even, but all of a sudden you look up. Seawolves got that almost 10-point double-digit lead.
Yeah, the Bobcats have been really trying to get inside and using their athleticism, and have had some great chances, but unfortunately they just not have not fallen in. As that's a miss, and now here's Meter up the floor.
You see Cam Cousins back in the game with the next whistle. These subs have come in. Done a pretty good job here for SMCC. Good movement, Kavutse. And Kavutse with a nice touch from a long 2. Kavutse, it's his second bucket of the, or first bucket, I should say, of the game. 10-point lead now for the Seawolves. That ball is going to be an air ball from the Bobcats. Here comes 3-on-1 the other way. Pass inside, up, off the glass, and in. Bodie Meter with a 2-pointer. And it's all Seawolves right now. This fast break, tight defense. This 1-3-1 zone, I think, is confusing a little bit. Looks like they kind of switch back to man-to-man, I guess.
The Bobcats
5-second call here.
Really trying to get inside. That floater is good.
Browning off the glass and in, his second field goal of the game. Cuts it back to 10. Yeah, they're trying to physical their way into the lane. It's not working very well. You're not getting a whole lot of fouls called and some wild shots. 3-ball up and off the rim, but right there on the doorstep was Bodie Meter. He really puts it off the glass and in. He probably gets that offensive rebound bucket, but didn't use any backboard and missed it. Loose ball. 8:10 to go. Fast-moving first half. That's intercepted by Kavutse. Coming back down, Meter, but he does not have the numbers this time, so he'll settle it down. Baseline to Mervelis. Moving around the perimeter. Nice cut inside, off the glass, and in from Ian Regan.
Great cut move by Regan.
And that's going to be a timeout as they need it. 12-point lead. It's 28-16, 7:47 to go in the first half. We'll take a break, be right back here on the SMCC Sports Network.
There's something better out there. It's an idea that's motivated humans for centuries, pushed us to seek, accomplish, improve. Want to get to that better? It's time for Southern Maine Community College. Whether you're laying a foundation to build on, preparing for a rewarding career, or gaining new skills to give you the edge, at SMCC, you'll find a community to help you think stronger, think smarter, and go further. Sound good? Get started at SMCC. It's time. It's time to take charge. Time to be a trailblazer.
I know.
It's time to focus, to make a change, and build the career
Great
you
game,
want.
though. Yeah.
It's time. SMCC. It's time.
Back here, 7:47 to go, 28-16. SMCC coming back from a month-long break. As we see the last replay, you'll see Regan making a great cut here. They're just working around the perimeter very patiently. Just easy play inside off the right with the right hand, up and in. That caused a timeout. SMCC coming in 6-1 record in the conference, comfortably in second place behind NHTI. As that ball comes up, that's going to be hits nothing, but a good defensive play, hustle play, I should say, from Browning. Knocks it off of Cousins, who's back in the game now, and will stay with Paul Smith College in Paul Smith, New York.
Browning has been the offensive push here so far from the Bobcats. Really doing a good job. Grabbing a couple baskets and trying to get his team back into it here.
Drive the lane. That's going to be an offensive foul. That is Anderson Kavutse, senior from Westbrook. Stands his ground and takes the charge. First foul on Kenny Smith. Fourth foul on the team. Still a few more to go before a bonus situation. The ball goes inside to Cousins. Kind of sits there and takes the shot. It's a great play by Cousins. He uses his body to his advantage, gets a shot that he can make, and does it. What a hustle play there as well from Martinotti. Saves the ball, and the Seawolves get it back. I feel like they can get a three here. It could be a huge backbreaker. They're already up by 14 right now. Martinotti gives it up. Regan drives the lane, up with the right hand. Regan is on fire right now. That's his 7th point of the game. 32-16. They're doubled up the Bobcats here in a flurry of points here in the last 6 minutes. Paul Smith College needs a bucket in the worst way, any way possible. Working inside. Up, off, and in. That's exactly what they needed. Browning again. That's his 9th point of the game. Another field goal for him. Stops the bleeding for the moment. 32-18, 6:38 to go first half.
Yeah, the issue there is Browning's met by 3 players. No one is there to try to give him some help, and luckily that basket went, as you said, they needed one right there, but still a very big lead for the Seawolves at this moment.
Cousins. Oh, excuse me, not Cousins. It's Bodie Meter, who gets hit. Regan gets hit, and he's going to have to bring it back the other way. That was a carry right there from Paul Smith College, not called. Tough physical play in the lane, but they get the offensive rebound. Baseline. Richards telling these guys go straight up, but still a fantastic play from Eddie Qua, his first bucket of the game, as he gets the offensive rebound. Now, Paul Smith College is playing a game type, Zach, as though they have a big size advantage, driving the lane a lot, but they really don't have the size advantage, and that's really where they're struggling. They're getting a lot of tough shots, as that three is no good from Meter.
You can see Qua, after that last play, came out limping a tad.
Keep an eye on that. Deep three now from Qua. Back rim, no good. Rebound by Cam Cousins. 6'4" sophomore from Wells.
And timeout.
30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. 5:23 to go first half. 32-20 here, SMCC on the SMCC Sports Network.
It's time to take charge. Time to be a trailblazer. It's time to focus, to make a change, and build the career you want. It's time. SMCC, it's time. It's time to think smarter about school. It's time to get the education and the professional connections you need in a program that's affordable. It's time to work in your field while you get an education. SMCC, it's time.
Back here at the Hub, 5:23 to go first half. I'm Jeff Christianberry, Zach Taranko here. Jeff School's doing our production work today, and again, it's very cold outside, but here it's a very comfortable temperature. And it's been a hot shooting few minutes for the Seawolves as they've jumped out to a 12-point lead. At one point they were up by 16. Lead's now down to 12. Most of the starters now back in. Cromwell and Pazinski. Pazinski's on the sideline over there. Turnover for the Seawolves.
Kafutse having a great game off the bench, playing well. That 1-3-1 zone, he was just sitting out back there. Had a steal at one point.
6'8", and he looks even taller than that from here, so definitely a formidable presence in that zone. Shots up and no good. Again, you're right there. You're Browning. You're giving up 6 inches trying to get that shot deep in the lane. So as far as Kavutse's in there, and we might want to change up the offensive game plan a little bit. Fight for it. That's going to be a foul they're going to call on the Bobcats. I'm going to call that on Matthew Monabon, first-year guard. 5th foul now. We've got to keep an eye on that. 2 more, and Seawolves will be in the bonus, but there's only 4:49 to go here in the half. Off a screen. Shot. No good. Rebound. Comes up, and that's going to be no bucket. Cromwell with the flush, but he grabbed the rim before the ball came through the cylinder. A really great athletic play, but you can't do that.
That was a great move. I was looking forward to seeing that slam, but we got a full hold on it. 12-point lead here for
I think the ball just bounced a little differently than he thought it was going to. If it bounced forward, he grabs that and flushes it down for a fantastic play. But
exactly.
Offensive goaltending on that one. That ball's going to be a little bit short. He had to high arc it because Gabloff was right in his face. And the Seawolves come back the other way. 12-point advantage. Inside. Off the glass, no good. Fighting for the rebound, of course, is Cousins. 1-on-3, he almost got a hold of that. Bobcats still could use some buckets here to get back in this game. That's going to be a 3. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound, Pazinski coming back the other way as we hit the 4-minute mark in the half.
Both teams really trying to get inside the paint.
Up and no good. That's going to be a foul, however, as Cousins will go back to the line. 2 shots coming up.
As we get closer and closer to the end of this first half, the Bobcats really want to start getting some points on the board. Try to get back within
10 at least.
Yeah, good. I would say a good 6 to 10 points would be a good place to be as Cousins gets his first free throw to fall.
He's got three free throws on the game.
A tongue twister.
It is. A great sideline shot. It's going to be no good, but offensive rebound. And Cousins going to shoot it again. That's no good, but Cousins gets another rebound. 3rd opportunity. Moves it around. 3 ball is up, and 3 ball is no good. It's going to be over the back on Cousins. Just a 3rd foul on the Seawolves on the whole half. 3:41 to go. First foul on Cousins. Coming back the other way now. Bobcats only have 1 3-pointer made today. And that's going to hit the end line. That is an unforced error if you ever saw one. Just a little too hot-handed here. We're going to see Anthony Frazier come in the game, sophomore 6'6" center from Paul Smith, New York, homegrown player for the Bobcats.
Nick Frazier came out limping, and so Anthony Frazier will check on.
Inside, Cromwell up. He gets fouled and 1. I think he's going to go for a dunk there, but when he got hit, he still was able to finish. Cromwell will get to the line, try to extend this lead back to 16. It was 16 at one point, 32-16. So they can match the largest lead of the game here with the 3-point conversion. Free throw. Sean Cromwell, 6'5" forward from Biddeford. We won't hold that against them. We're big rivals of Biddeford, but shot's no good. Coming down the other way, that's going to be a foul before the shot. No shots, no free throws there. Pazinski's going to call for that foul. We'll see the replay here as Cromwell goes up a little far away from the basket. Still was managed to get that down and get fouled, so impressive play. Underneath the basket, 3:12 to go first half.
As Pazinski will check off, and Miles Brown will go in for the Seawolves.
Shot comes up just near the elbow, and it's going to be 2 points from Eddie Qua, his 4th point of the game. 3rd and 4th points, I should say, 3 minutes ago. 13-point lead, still within reach here. Paul Smith College, if they can get that back within 10 points by the half, they'll be happy. Cromwell inside again. Big time with the right hand, and Cromwell another 2-pointer, and he is super aggressive right now. And it's working out for SMCC as they lead by 15. 3 ball up and no good. Fight for the rebound. Brought down. Bobcats keep it. Back down inside. fight for it. Cousins came in with some great defense, but Paul Smith keeps it. Another 3-ball is up, no good. And I think an over the back is coming on the Bobcats. So many chances there, Zach, for the Bobcats. They couldn't get it to go down. Remember that sequence there.
That's his first, team's 8 for the first half.
8 team fouls. So the rest of the way, they'll be 1-1.
Both teams are 1-6 from the 3-point line.
It looks like they will be shooting free throws here. It'll be Cousins.
Down to just about 2.5 to go. 15-point lead, and Seawolves are starting to take away just a little bit.
First one's in for Cousins. He's up to 8 points. No good on that one. 1 of 2 from the line. 16-point lead matches the largest lead of the game. 2:20 to go. That ball is going to be blocked, but stays inside. Up off the glass, no good. And the whistle blew before.
This will be a chance for 2 shots for number 10, Cameron Fuller Jr., a junior forward from Atlanta, Georgia, for the Bobcats.
Cameron Fuller Jr. on the line, 2 shots for the Bobcats.
Makes the first one. Wonder if he's a fellow Falcons fan there, Zach. You can ask him after the game, maybe. You guys can commiserate. Rebound by Paul Smith College. Goes back up. That's going to be no good from Anthony Frazier. Under 2 minutes to go now. 15-point lead. Comfortable lead so far for the Seawolves.
We'll say I'm a Falcons fan during the regular season, but a Bills fan this weekend.
Top of the key. Cromwell. He'll shoot the 3. Contested. A little bit short. Comes up the rebound. Breakaway coming away, 1-on-1 the other way. Up, and that's going to be a foul. Foul on Gabloff. I mean, it was a pretty acrobatic foul, I should say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely, you get some of the body there. I mean, definitely a lot of ball, but also some body there.
It's hard.
Everyone wants to be John Morant now after you see some of the plays he makes. But the breakaway, you never know what can happen. That ball goes up, and that's going to be good. The first free throw falls for Kenny Smith. That's his first free throws. We see the replay coming down. He definitely lined it up and definitely got some of the arm there. So
it's hard to get a clean block, especially when, the player's really close to the basket. You just want to try to stop the play.
And you're coming from a different angle, too. It's difficult. 1 of 2 from the line. 14-point lead, 1:34 to go. Seawolves moving the ball around, getting a little bit closer to the basket. Gives it up. Gabloff. Martinotti down low. Great look for Cousins. Off the glass, just no good. He wanted a foul. A lot of contact, but no call. But here comes the Bobcats. Just over 1 minute to go. Baseline. 3 is up, and 3 is good for Elijah Pratt. That's his first points of the game. Gets Ball Smith College back within 11 on a minute to go. A little bit sluggish offensively here for the Seawolves the last few minutes to end this half. That's going to be a turnover. Brings it forward. And a flush with the 2 hands from Kenny Smith. And it's a 9-point game, so half not ending the way the Seawolves would have liked in Coach Matt Richards. They were up by 16. That lead is now cut to 9. And almost loses the handle there. Into Cousins. 3-ball up by Brown. That's going to be no good. Rebound. They can hold it for the last shot if they want. You better believe they will. Down by 9. They can get within 6 here with a 3-ball. Charges the lane. The scoop shot's no good, but the follow is good by Cameron Fuller. And it's a 7-point game as this clock will run out. So Paul Smith College gets themselves into a 16-point hole, but a flurry at the end, including a nice flush from Kenny Smith. gets them back in the game. So at halftime, it is 38-31. SMCC leading. We're going to keep it here for halftime. We're going to have Coach Matt Richards come over for a couple quick questions as he talks to his coaches and basically says, what the heck happened here in the last few minutes? Zach, what did you see that really kind of spurred this huge comeback on here for Paul Smith College?
Well, part of it, I think, has to do with the fact that the Seawolves almost, I feel, wanted to just kind of end the first half. They wanted to just kind of get out of it. They had a nice 15-point lead. They just wanted to move the ball and get some shots up, and the Bobcats had the energy. They had the aggressiveness. They wanted it more, and they started putting some shots up and getting them to fall, and they came back within 7. All
right, we're joined now with head coach Matt Richards. So, Coach, obviously the last few minutes there, you got up to a 16-point lead and they came back. What was the key on your side to get them back within 7?
We had some mental lapses. I think the kids were a little gassed and, just didn't have the focus for the little things, stepping to the basketball, getting back in transition, those little things that creep up and bite you when you don't want them to.
Yeah, and you guys haven't played a game for almost a full calendar month. So you look to the second half. Fatigue, an interesting factor maybe for you guys. You're rotating a lot of players, though.
Yeah, I got to. Yeah, I mean, we've been off for a while, and we had the COVID shutdown, and, it's not an excuse, and we won't use as one, but we got to obviously recognize that what it is and play through that.
And lastly, just talk about Cameron Cousins a little bit. He's a beast on the glass, but getting into the foul line quite a bit. You'll see that in the second half, too?
I hope so, yeah. I mean, obviously, we're making a focus to get it in the paint, and, they're sending 2, and, we just got to recognize when the right time is to kick it out, when the right time is to go and try to attack from that, and then make them pay when they foul you.
Awesome. Appreciate the time, Coach. Go into the second half. Okay, so again, with a big run there at the end of the first half by Paul Smith College, they get, a 16-point advantage down to 7. We're going to take a break here as the Seawolves try to regroup. They still lead, though, 38-31. We'll be back with the second half here on the SMCC Sports Network.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody. See where you're really at against everybody. Really good. Like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like USCA.
It's time to take charge. Time to be a trailblazer. It's time to focus, to make a change, and build the career you want. It's time. SMCC, it's time. It's time to get the support and education you need, and the experience that gives you the edge. It's time to master the business skills that lead to a successful career. SMCC, it's time. It's time to think smarter about school. It's time to get the education and the professional connections you need in a program that's affordable. It's time to work in your field while you get an education. SMCC, it's time. It's time to build. Time to set a new direction. Time to get the skills and hands-on experience for the trade you want to pursue. Time to make a dream come true. SMCC, it's time.
When I first came to SMCC, my plan was to just be here for 2 years and then leave to go get a bachelor's degree. Originally, I was looking for information technology. While I was here for open house, I learned about the cybersecurity degree and immediately went to admissions to change my major to cybersecurity. Aside from the obvious, SMCC is very beautiful, and that makes it a really good place. It's also the lowest tuition in New England, and that was really helpful for me and my family. Now I actually work at SMCC. I was fortunate enough to get hired into the IT department. I still plan on moving on to get a bachelor's degree, but for the time being, SMCC is giving me all I need.
SMCC, it's time.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody. It provides a great opportunity, just a fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. It kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good, like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of an organization like the USCAA.
It's time to take charge. Time to be a trailblazer. It's time to focus, to make a change, and build the career you want. It's time. SMCC, it's time. It's time to get the support and education you need, and the experience that gives you the edge. It's time to master the business skills that lead to a successful career. SMCC, it's time. It's time to think smarter about school. It's time to get the education and the professional connections you need in a program that's affordable. It's time to work in your field while you get an education. SMCC, it's time. It's time to build. Time to set a new direction. Time to get the skills and hands-on experience for the trade you want to pursue. Time to make a dream come true. SMCC, it's time.
When I first came to SMCC, my plan was to just be here for 2 years and then leave to go get a bachelor's degree. Originally, I was looking for information technology. While I was here for open house, I learned about the cybersecurity degree and immediately went to admissions to change my major to cybersecurity. Aside from the obvious, SMCC is very beautiful, and that makes it a really good place. It's also the lowest tuition in New England, and that was really helpful for me and my family. Now I actually work at SMCC. I was fortunate enough to get hired into the IT department. I still plan on moving on to get a bachelor's degree, but for the time being, SMCC is giving me all I need.
SMCC, it's time.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody. It provides a great opportunity, just a fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. It kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good. Like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of an organization like the USCA.
It's time to take charge. Time to be a trailblazer. It's time to focus, to make a change, and build the career you want. It's time. SMCC, it's time. It's time to get the support and education you need, and the experience that gives you the edge. It's time to master the business skills that lead to a successful career. SMCC, it's time. It's time to think smarter about school. It's time to get the education and the professional connections you need in a program that's affordable. It's time to work in your field while you get an education. SMCC, it's time. It's time to build. Time to set a new direction. Time to get the skills and hands-on experience for the trade you want to pursue. Time to make a dream come true. SMCC, it's time.
When I first came to SMCC, my plan was to just be here for 2 years and then leave to go get a bachelor's degree. Originally, I was looking for information technology. While I was here for open house, I learned about the cybersecurity degree and immediately went to admissions to change my major to cybersecurity. Aside from the obvious, SMCC is very beautiful, and that makes it a really good place. It's also the lowest tuition in New England, and that was really helpful for me and my family. Now I actually work at SMCC. I was fortunate enough to get hired into the IT department. I still plan on moving on to get a bachelor's degree, but for the time being, SMCC is giving me all I need.
SMCC, it's time.
NCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Just a fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. It kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good. Like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of an organization like the USCA.
Welcome back to second half action here at the Hub as the SMCC Seawolves lead 38-31 over the Paul Smith College Bobcats. I am Jeff Christianberry alongside Thornton Academy junior Zach Tarenko as we see the Seawolves getting ready as they led for most of that half, pretty much the whole half, but as much as 16. But then some sloppy offensive play combined with some fortuitous Bobcat shooting and hustle has them back within 7. We talked to Coach Matt Richards at halftime, said, hey, they just kind of let us slip at the half, at the close to the end of the half. Zach, what did you see again that can the Bobcats continue this is really what we wanted to see, or will kind of order be restored and the Seawolves kind of pull away like they did in the first half?
Well, I think that both teams are really going to come out with some energy from halftime. Right at the end there, the Bobcats really came out and were playing really well and getting the baskets to fall. Seawolves really want to start getting those, as Coach Richards said at halftime, that he wants to have to fix the little things they were making mistakes on in the first half. I saw there just a few minutes ago that Eddie Kwa and Kenny Smith were having a really deep conversation with the head coach of the Bobcats, probably talking about
Josh Clemens,
what they want to do to make sure they're getting their baskets falling and getting some points here early on, because there were some issues there in that first part of the first half by the Bobcats really not being able to get their shots in, and that's why the Seawolves had such a big lead. So we'll have to see here. Really, the first few minutes will be the most important for both teams.
Yeah, Josh Clemens, the coach for both the men's and the women's teams. As we start the second half, Seawolves now in all their whites going left to right. And it's Paul Smith College in their green, going right to left on your screen. The same starting five out there for the Seawolves. To the top, Cromwell could have had a shot there, but lost the handle. Goes far side. Gets it back. Cromwell's going to shoot a deep three. It's going to be off the rim. No good. A rebound by the Bobcats. And not the most smooth possession you'll see ever for the Seawolves there. Long way to go in this game. Anybody's game.
See Anthony Henson in to start the second half for the Bobcats.
Inside. Tries to go around. It's going to be deflected off of Cousins, and that will stay with the Bobcats. Again, Bobcats coming in on an 8-game losing streak. 3-9 on the season, 2-5 in the conference, whereas SMCC technically they've won 3 in a row, but again, they haven't played since December 18th, so not much momentum you can get from that, I guess. Rebound by Cousins after the missed layup by Smith, who had the highlight play of the first half with a two-handed dunk on a fast break. Pazinski from Thornton Academy in Saco, Maine. Moving around Cromwell. Gabloff. Inside, Pazinski with a right-handed floater off the glass, and he's in. Gonna have a sweet kiss off the glass. Pazinski with his 4th point of the game.
Nice job by Pazinski to get around the outside and put that floater up. Foul call on Pazinski there, not happy with that call.
Yeah, it's going to be his 3rd personal foul. See if he stays in the game. Again, just the 5. Let's take a look at this replay as we see the last set. They kind of moved the ball around quite a bit. See, Pazinski's going to kind of cut up to the top, receive it off the screen. This little right-handed floater from Pazinski. We saw that for a few years down in Saco. 9-point lead. Top of the key. Drive, kick, 3. No good. Too hard. Off the back rim. And here comes Miles Brown, first-year guard from Deer Isle, Maine. Deer Isle Stonington High School, majoring in electrical engineering. Here's Pazinski. Another shot from Jack Pazinski. He's got 4 points here, all 4 for the Seawolves in the second half. 6 points overall. Back to an 11-point lead now.
As I said before, the first few minutes are going to be the most important, and so far the Seawolves have the points, and they're doing the work.
Driving in the lane, no-look pass down low, but rejected by Cousins. And Gabloff is going to get called for the foul, but he was straight up, so I think definitely it's the 3rd foul on Gabloff as well. That could be a very significant foul. So we have Pazinski and Gabloff both with 3 fouls. 2 free throws coming up. Try to get it back within 10 points here. First one is up and no good from George Browning. He had 3 free throws in the first half and 9 points overall to lead his team in scoring. No points yet for the Bobcats. Still no points after 2 missed free throws, almost 2.5 minutes into the second half.
Those are going to be 2. Those are kind of going to be big here in the last 2 quarters.
Pazinski got the hot hand, and he hits from 3. Jack Pazinski lighting it up here in the second half. He now has 7 points in the second half, 9 in the game, and it's all Pazinski right now. He's the only scorer in the half for either team, and it's up to a 14-point lead, almost their biggest of the game. Step back 3 after some shifty moves, and big answer there from Anthony Henson as he hits his second 3 of the game. First points of the half comes 3 minutes in.
Reach out by Henson and the Bobcats to answer back on that Pazinski 3.
Almost an interception of the pass, but it comes back to Luke Gabloff. And that's one of those small little plays to remember because that could have been easily stolen, but Gabloff able to get the board and score the bucket. His first points of the game. Top of the key. Inside. Outside. 3. That gets deflected by Pazinski. That's going to be a foul, I believe, on Cam Fuller Jr. It will be. Again, junior forward, 6'3" from Atlanta, Georgia. Third foul on him. So I feel like there wasn't a ton of team fouls in that first half, Zach, but obviously they were very concentrated because 2 players now in foul, I won't say foul trouble, but
exactly
foul caution as we see Miles Brown will take a seat on the bench, as will Pazinski, who does have 3 fouls for the Seawolves. 16-19 to go, second half. Seawolves have led pretty much the whole way and have stretched this lead back to 13.
Bodie Miller trying to go to work on Browning.
Cousins up, no good, off the rim and out. Here comes the Bobcats. Stop and go from Kwa. Going to call a jump ball there, and it's going to go the other way. So, de facto turnover from the Bobcats. Oh, and again, they had an issue with the possession. I don't think it changed at the half, so the arrow stays with the Bobcats.
Bobcats doing a good job with the moving the ball on offense, but they just can't get them to fall.
Yeah, not making shots. Yep.
Same issue they had in that first part of the first half.
That's not a very high percentage shot from Paul Smits, and they'll go back the other way.
One of the things we saw in that first half and a little bit in this half is that Seawolves are a little quicker to sub, so that when Paul Smith has some subs going on, the Seawolves then have their starters, as there's a steal there by Regan.
Regan's back in the game. Cromwell looking for an alley-oop. He goes up, and he just can't get the hold of it as Kenny Smith defended that. You could see that developing. Cromwell, that was going to be a fantastic play. Good defense, though. But Seawolves keep possession. Cromwell will shoot a 3 now. Highly contested off the top of the rim, the top of the backboard, and then the home cook and kiss off the glass and in. Big 3 from Mr. Cromwell. His first points of the second half, and it's a 16-point lead. Ties the largest lead of the game. Up, no good. Going to be a foul on Cromwell.
Kenny Smith going to the line.
Yeah, he'll go to the line. Yeah, he prevented what could have been the play of the game, as you see that really high contested off the kiss and through the net. It always feels better when you make a 3 that way, right, than just a regular swish. I mean,
exactly.
You kind of get a little bucket luck, as they like to say. They call it puck luck. They should be bucket luck. I don't know. Subs coming in now. Anderson Kavutse, 6'8", senior from Westbrook High School.
And Thomas Martinotti. That first free throw missed by Kenny Smith, and a little frustrated with that. 3 straight misses from the free throw line as he gets the second one of his, and the first out of the last 4 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it's only their 4th point of the half here. We're more than 5 minutes in, so that's been their problem. They're just not scoring right now. Inside, way too easy. Cam Cousins. If you're the Bobcats, you just can't let that happen off a transition from a free throw. So back up now to a 17-point lead. That's the biggest lead of the game. Inside, a blocking foul on the floor before the shot. It's on the pass. I think that's the 4th or 5th team foul already on the Seawolves this half. 4th foul, so keep an eye on that. More than halfway to the 1-on-1 bonus.
Not too many fouls on the Bobcats right now.
Just the one. Deep inbound play. Up, no good. Lots of contact, no call. Here comes a breakaway for the Seawolves that goes up, and it's no good. Too hard off the glass from Bodie Miller. Seawolves will retain possession, however. And Coach Richards saying, hey, let's calm down for a minute. Reset. 4 of the players up there are substitutes. Yeah, it's a nice pass inside. That was Cousins to Ian Regan. 2-pointer for him. He's up to 7 points. First of the half. 19-point lead, and they need a timeout. We're going to keep it here. We'll keep it on the coach's cam as it's now a 19-point lead, 54-35. The Seawolves lead here on the SMCC Sports Network.
Hey, I'm going to steal you about 2 minutes here, half of it being in the timeout. Okay, good job. All right, listen. Do you know what I mean by give him a step? Okay. Shooting it doesn't bother me. Just give the step. If he goes to his right, it's coming back to his left. Okay? All right, now, once the shot goes up down there, all bodies crash and let's go get it and possess. Okay? Now, we're getting better spacing, which led to his little drive, dish down. That's good stuff. Okay? Start higher. Get up off the baseline offensively. All right? Now, be ready for zone. If they're in it, we're gaps. You're playing down, and then you're in the middle. Okay? Just be prepared for that. All right? Guys, possessions now. Let's go. Seawolves on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, great insight to the huddle there from Coach Matt Richards in his 19th season, saying, hey, you know, I'm liking what I'm seeing quite a bit. I mean, there's not much not to like, Zach. There was a 7-point lead at halftime, and now it's up to already a 19-point lead, by far the biggest of the game for the Seawolves, as we will see Cousins take a quick break here on the bench. Well-deserved.
The lead is 19, but there's still 14 minutes to go in the second half, so the Bobcats there, we're trying to get something to go. It'll be...
They just got to start scoring. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to. It's 17-4 in this half right now. Back to the way. It's Kavutse. A pretty good job on the boards today for them. Moving the ball around. Kavutse takes it. Near side to Bodie Meter. Down low. Mervelis gives it up, and another 2-ball there from Ian Regan. He's kind of all over the place. I like, Regan is definitely shown up, on the outside, on the inside, cutting through the lane. He's got a little bit of everything to his game.
The Bobcats are in the basket right now, trying to get back in this game.
High arcing shot is off the rim, no good. They just can't buy a bucket right now. 21-point lead for the Seawolves. Again, first game since December 18th. Hardly any practice time. No practice time really together since COVID's kind of wreaked havoc. So a lot of different lineups, as Coach Richards said before the game, but right now it's working out well.
Bobcats foul number 23. Anthony Wilson. That's his
first foul. It's only the second team foul of the half. A couple subs coming in. We see 55, Kareem Chapman. I think that's the first time he's been in the game. Senior from Bronx, New York. 3-ball up. And off the rim, no good from Martinotti. Rebound by the Bobcats, who need some buckets. Stops and buckets is the name of the game here, down by 21 in the second half. That's going to be out of play, though, off another leg or shoe, and that's going to be out of bounds. Seawolves retain possession.
It's an unfortunate error there by the Bobcats. They just need to try to slow this game down. Still lots of time left, and
I think they need a towel here. I think there's some moisture going on there. I was out in the lobby, Zach, during halftime, and for those who haven't really come to this campus, I mean, maybe you've been to Fort Williams, somewhere close, beautiful campus. I mean, you can go outside. A lot of the athletic fields have a view of the bay out there, so, I mean, not very nice to be outside today looking at it, but from inside looking outside, it looked beautiful. I wouldn't want to be on the water or anywhere outside today, but again, no fans permitted for the time being here at SMCC, so we're happy to bring this to you on the SMCC Sports Network. As it looks right now, as we're going to see a sweep today for the SMCC Seawolves. But still some time to go. Drive and kick. Regan gives it up. Martinotti drives the lane. Left-hander off the glass, no good. Rebound is no good, but Kavutse comes back for the third attempt, and he'll hit his first two of the half. So the lead stretches to 23 now, still the largest lead of this game. Foul coming up here on the Seawolves. The only thing they've done poorly this half, Zach, is fouls. That's their fifth foul now. So I don't believe any of their guys with three have got their fourth yet. So right now they're okay on that front, but just two more away from the bonus.
Yeah, 23-point lead at this point. You know, those fouls could come into play if this game were to get closer, but Unfortunately,
foul there.
Can't get something to go.
Offensive foul.
That's his second, team's third, the second half.
Not sure if Smith was frustrated with the call or just talking to his
generally.
coach.
Yeah. I think he was frustrated with the call. Under 12 to go. Comfortable lead here for the Seawolves now. It's down to 7 at halftime. Since then, it's been all Seawolves, just 4 points this half for the Bobcats from Paul Smith College. It's going to be out of play, though. Turnover. No points today, so looking for his first point of the day.
Earlier you talked about the color combinations for the Paul Smith's College Bobcats, green and yellow and black, which is also the color combination of George Mason University.
Interesting, okay.
And an interesting fact about George Mason, they upset the nationally ranked Maryland, I forget what the Maryland mascot.
Terrapins.
Earlier this year. I remember watching that game.
George Mason had a huge run to the Final Four, I think, several years ago.
Yep.
So
one of the Cinderella teams, as they call them.
Absolutely. Baseline. The lead is 23. Shot is up. It is no good. It's going to be a foul on Mervelis, I believe. Kavutse shows his soccer skills for a second. 3 subs coming in. Pazinski's coming back. Cromwell's coming back. And Cameron Cousins.
And there was some, I wouldn't say issues there, but the Seawolves definitely needing some help. Some of their subs starting to get tired there. Played for a while as we are down to 10.5 minutes left. So it's great for Cromwell and some of those guys to get back on the floor.
Ball comes in. Cromwell skies above, gets the rebound. Outlet to Pazinski, but it's 1-on-4. 1-on-5 now the other way. Inside. Nice spin move with the hook. Cameron Cousins, another 2 for him. He's now up to 10 points. 12 points now, sorry. Under 10 minutes to go in this game. It's been all Seawolves this half, as they led by 7 at the break, but have only allowed 6 points in this half so far. Inside now. up off the glass and in. Kareem Chapman from the Bronx hits his first 2 of the game.
It's a great drive by Chapman inside, gets some points for his team.
It's interesting, they definitely, they played a decent amount of players. They have the same style. It's a lot of drive and try to hit the layups here. They're not really a three-point shooting team. They've only made 2 of them all game and haven't really attempted that many. So it's just tough when you play a tough inside team that has the likes of Cousins and Kavutse. It's difficult in Cromwell, too. Tough matchup for them. 3-ball up. 3-ball is good by Martinotti. Another 3-ball for him. That's his second 3 of the game. He's up to 9 points. And the lead is back up to 26. Largest lead was 27 just a few minutes ago. And this is a 10-point game the first time these TC played. Here's a breakaway. Cromwell, look out below. One-handed flush from Cromwell as he's been looking to do that the whole game. A couple opportunities for an alley-oop and a putback. Finally gets his dunk. Emphatic way to make it a 28-point lead. And I think we have a technical foul coming. Perhaps. Or just a substitution. It was way in front of the play, so I didn't see what happened, but it looks like Paul Smith's player got injured, so he had to come off the court. Either way, 28-point lead, 8:25 to go. Down low. Good look, but just a little bit of block shot by Cameron Cousins. But George Browning will come in. He'll get his first bucket of the second half. He had 9 in the first half, but that's his first bucket of the second half. He lost his mask. Intercepted there. 2-on-1 breakaway. See if they can get this in, and they do. Another 2 points. That's just how they kind of came back in the first half, and it's probably too big of a margin at this point with a 24-point lead. And George Browning will get a new mask. He gets 2 points and a new mask.
Couple bashes quickly there by the Bobcats. If they want to start mounting a comeback here, still down by 24.
Yeah.
It's going to start with those baskets, as you said. Just getting a couple steals, getting the ball forward, getting some nice layups. Anthony Henson on the last basket there.
Cromwell near side. Turnaround shot's going to be a little bit blocked. Here comes Paul Smith. Need a 3 here. It's up. It's no good. A rebound. It's going to be no call there as Cousins got crushed there on the rebound. And I think Coach Richard's saying, hey, just slow down a little bit. You can. Part of this time is where Mike Krzyzewski at Duke, he would be great at this, up by 15, 20, 25. This is where you kill the clock. Take 25 seconds off as Pazinski's going to put up a shot a little early there, and it's going to go off the rim and no good. Back the other way. So really up and down game right now. It's going to be up and a foul on Cousins as we'll see Henson go back to the line. He's got almost all of the points in this second half for the Bobcats. He's got 3. He had 3 in the first half, and he has 7 here in the second half. So it makes 10 if my rudimentary math skills don't deny me.
It's like Steven Solorzano can check in here in a second for the Paul Smith's Bobcats. And Miles Brown in for Bodie Meter.
Steven Solorzano and for the Seawolves, number 4.
A couple of players with 12 points here. Deshaun Cromwell and Cameron Cousins, both with 12 today.
Anthony.
2 free throws, good.
Good job by Henson, having a great game here.
Great second half, at least. 7:10 to go. 67-45. And a carry. And it's going to be the Seawolves. Again, 22-point lead with 7 minutes to go. It's not really in jeopardy. But again, you want to build some good habits. You're not playing again for another week. So that's scheduled. Who knows if it actually happens with COVID, obviously.
I wouldn't say a lot of turnovers either, as we saw there, a turnover there by Cromwell from either team. We had 9 in the game by the Bobcats, 7 by the Seawolves, but in reality, it's such a back and forth game that's not too.
It's going to be a long 2 there. No good. It's going to be a foul on Cromwell. That's going to be the 8th foul, so we're shooting 1-on-1 the rest of the way. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. Gritches doesn't like what he sees right now. We're going to keep it here on the coaches' cam. So, again, 6:47 to go here. In this one, it is Seawolves 67 and Paul Smith's College 45 on the SMCC Sports Network.
All right, listen. That's a timeout just to remind you of where we're at, okay? We're at up 22, 7 minutes to go, okay? I'm not saying we're playing stall ball, but I don't need a quick one. Make them play defense against us. Now, we may want to try and get a little flare action because we've been doing a lot of curls, starting to clog up the middle. Let's see if we can get a little flare action pop. Flare action pop, okay? All right, just to get some more space. Listen for me, I might jump to it. They're shooting free throws right now. Okay, here you go. Seawolves on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We're back here, 6:47 to go in this game. As heard Coach Richards say, and I think we saw kind of him gesture as the last few possessions. Like, look, we don't need to sit there and waste 30 seconds, but you don't need to take quick shots right now. You want to kind of kill this clock. It's in your possession, in your advantage. And we'll see how they do the rest of this game here, looking for their 10th win of the season.
Henson will get the first one to fall, and that's the most important part in these last few minutes is getting every basket to fall. As we talked about, Henson really dominant in this second half. And he gets both of them to go.
11 points in the second half for Henson. Leads all scorers with 14 today.
Bobcats are back within 20. 67-47. Marinati out to Brown. Brown then to Pazinski. Pazinski over to Brown. Brown the long three. Got it. Miles Brown with the long three.
His first points of the half. That's a big one again. Gets it back up to a 23-point lead.
Driving inside, ball will go out to Henson. Henson lost control of it, keeps it going. Solorzano trying to go to Henson. Foul called on Brown, so Solorzano will shoot 1-1.
Miles Brown, that's his first foul. They're going to go to the line again. One more, and they're in the double bonus.
The Seawolves are 5 of 12 from the three-point line today. They played a similar style, I would say, to what the Bobcats have tried to do, which is driving inside, trying to get those cut plays inside. Here's Pazinski. Over to Cromwell. Then the corner to Miles Brown. Brown has Regan driving. And back to Pazinski. Regan now playing with the starters. Hands in the corner. Cromwell. The three off the mark. And the shot clock ended there, but they get more time as they got the rebound.
Yep.
Brown to Regan. Regan underneath to Cousins. And Cousins looking for a foul. Nothing called there, and it will be the Bobcats' ball.
SMCC just throwing it out there. It was tied for 8th in last week's USCAA Week 4 coaches poll. Looking to improve on that here.
Kawhi gave off to Henson. Now Henson off to Kenny Smith. Smith underneath to Kawhi. Kawhi trying to go to work. And yet another layup missed by Kawhi.
Yeah, that's a few of those that he's missed, but also the team's missed. I'm not saying it would have completely turned the game around, but definitely would be closer. Missed 5 or 6 of those free throws here.
That's a steal by Kenny Smith with the two-hand slam.
Impressive authority there. It's a second dunk for Smith here in this game, and that's what you like to see at this college level. Get a chance to go breakaway layup, throw it down, big fella.
Here is Cromwell. Cromwell has yet another one taken away by Smith, but a huge block there by Cromwell, and his
injury timeout they're calling. I think Cromwell's down on the floor, hurt on the other side. We'll take a break here, step away. It's 70-49, 4:20 to go here on the SMCC Sports Network.
There's something better out there. It's an idea that's motivated humans for centuries, pushed us to seek, accomplish, improve. Want to get to that better? It's time for Southern Maine Community College. Whether you're laying a foundation to build on, preparing for a rewarding career, or gaining new skills to give you the edge, at SMCC, you'll find a community to help you think stronger, think smarter, and go further. Sound good? Get started at SMCC.
Back in action here at the Hub on the campus of SMCC. Let's take a look at the replay of that last steal and flush by Kenny Smith. Takes his time. That's just something, one of those things that you just wish you could do. You know, the guys who can do that, God bless you, but boy, one of those things that money can't buy that. You know, just the ability to dunk a basketball like that. Cromwell looks like he's okay. He's back up on his feet, getting his attention. He's out of the game for now, though.
Kavutse in for Cromwell. And
jump ball there.
4:17 to go.
Bobcats possession.
Kawhi will give off to Henson. Anthony Henson goes up and gets a little floater to fall. Yet another basket for
a monster here in the second half.
That ball goes to Cousins and into Regan. We'll get the layup to fall and the foul. Looking for the three-point play is Ian Regan.
Bobcat foul number 23.
He's got 13, Regan now, leading, I believe he's the leading scorer for SMCC.
Ian Regan will be on the line.
Regan getting a chance to shoot two.
Now take a look at that replay. Great outlet pass by Kavutse. Cousins gives it, and it's going to be the foul and one. Chance for the three-point play for Regan.
Regan gets the foul. The lead is back to 22 for the Seawolves as Kenny Smith goes back to Eddie Kwa. Kwa in the corner. That three off the mark. Regan finds the rebound. He's pressured. Ball goes to Pazinski. Pazinski slows down and will hand over to Ian Regan. At this point, as you said, the Seawolves just need to slow it down. Pazinski. Pocket was almost picked by...
Interesting. I thought Pazinski was going to get called for that foul, but...
That was Cameron Fuller. Coming up looking at his elbow. He's okay.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay, so it wasn't Pazinski.
It was.
Yeah, the official pointed one way, and I was like, wait a minute. I think that was Pazinski that committed that foul. But, again, they're in the double bonus now. They'll shoot two shots the rest of the way.
Cameron Fuller going to the line. Hasn't been too active today. Missed a couple threes. You can tell the Bobcats have a lot of talented players, but against a team like the Seawolves, who so strong defensively.
It's two shots. You just saw the upcoming schedule as we mentioned before. The ball's up and good.
Fuller gets one to
Fuller,
go.
right? Yep, one out of two. 4 points for him today.
Regan driving inside. Nice pass to Cousins, who's fouled on the way up. At this point, it seems like the Seawolves are trying not to play too aggressive, but still getting baskets to fall. Cousins looking for the three-point play.
Yeah, 14 points. He averages right over 15 a game, so he's right on average here, and he's done a lot of the dirty work today. As we'll see how quickly this transition happened. Kavutse, a lot of great outlet passes here in the second half.
Kavutse and Kajuse.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. I remember seeing Kavutse play a few times at Westbrook.
He was, I mean, you think he's tall here. I mean, imagine Maine high school. He was by far the tallest player in every game.
I feel like he was around the same height back in high school.
Yep. Yep.
He was a strong player.
He was. Final 3:15 of this one here at the Hub. Glad you joined us here on this doubleheader today.
Regan spinning off, out up top. Pazinski, the three. In and out. And Kwa grabs the rebound and will now drive out for the Bobcats. Kwa.
Long two.
He got it. That's first basket in a while for Eddie Kwa.
First one of the half, yes.
That long outlet pass from Kavutse. Miles Brown will go back to Pazinski, then to Kavutse, then to Miles Brown. Here's Kavutse, then over to Pazinski. Hands it in to Cousins in the corner. Miles Brown, three-pointer, just short. And Qua grabs the rebound.
A little fatigue there. He was wide open for that three, and it hits the front rim as he was looking at it. So a little fatigue after these guys haven't played in a month.
Qua going inside, tries to get him to fall just short. Cousins grabs it. And down to 2 minutes and about 5 seconds. It is a 22-point lead for the Seawolves. Foul call there on Cameron Fuller. And I think because they're in the bonus, Kavutse will shoot 1-1.
And Cousins will take a seat.
Cousins had a fantastic game offensively and defensively. And I think, Jeff, you have the numbers here.
Yeah, he's got 15 points on the day. And again, a lot of twos and also free throws. But just all the other stuff that he fills up the stat sheet with assists and rebounds and just doing a lot of the dirty work defensively too. 2 shots here coming up for Kavutse. Or 1 shot, excuse me. It's 1-1. It's going to go the other way. Foul, it's going to be called there on Mervelis.
So it'll be 2 shots for, I believe they'll have Kenny Smith shoot. Maybe Cameron Fuller.
We're having a little parade of free throws here. After the game, we'll have Coach Richards on for a couple questions and give our player of the game as well to wrap things up as we get ready for NFL football starting in about 10 minutes. First one's up, and it's good by Fuller. No matter what happens in this game, I want to shout out to Anthony Henson. Just had 3 points in that first half, but 13 here in the second half. 16 leads all scorers.
Fuller's second.
2 for 2.
Is good as well. Kenny Smith off the floor now.
Timeout, Seawolves.
He gets the timeout, and we'll take a break here. 2 minutes to go exactly. 76-56. Seawolves looking to wrap this one up. We'll be back with the last 2 minutes on the SMCC Sports Network.
There's something better out there. It's an idea that's motivated humans for centuries, pushed us to seek, accomplish, improve. Want to get to that better? It's time for Southern Maine Community College. Whether you're laying a foundation to build on, preparing for a rewarding career, or gaining new skills to give you the edge, at SMCC, you'll find a community to help you think stronger, think smarter, and go further. Sound good? Get started at SMCC. It's time. There's something better out there. It's an idea that's motivated humans for centuries, pushed us to seek, accomplish, improve. Want to get to that better? It's time.
2 minutes to go here, Zach, as we see a 20-point lead. Seawolves have kind of kept this from the start of this half. They jumped out and have kind of kept it going. After just a 7-point lead at half, it's been all them in the second half.
As Gabloff went up there and did not get the basketball, but he will shoot 2. And under 2 minutes to go, the 20-point lead here for the SMCC Seawolves over Paul Smith College Bobcats.
Yeah, lots of free throws here in the second half. No good there.
Kavutse will step out. Gabloff will get the second to fall.
3 points for Gabloff today.
Here comes Anthony Henson driving inside. 3 players on Henson. And he is fouled. He will go on the line.
It's going to be some kind of physical play there with 3 Seawolves there. And I think that's going to be the foul out for Jack Pazinski. He scored, I'll give him a shout out here. He did score a big, 7 points to start this half basically. Was the first 7 points of the half and took that lead from 7 to 14 and really kind of gave them the margin they needed here in the second half. Henson again at the line. More points for him, but Pazinski fouls out with 1:52 to go.
Thomas Marinati will go on. Henson gets the second one to fall. Here comes Miles Brown in the corner. Gabloff driving inside, ripped from behind. No foul call.
I think we've seen enough fouls in this half. There's another one, blocking foul. And one. They're going to call continuation as Kareem Chapman will go to the line.
Coach Richards not happy with that call.
I think he's unhappy more with his player than anything else, more than the referee saying, what are you doing here with up this many points?
The foul is on Kavutse. Looking at the three-point play is
Chapman, Kareem Chapman, senior guard from the Bronx. And he gets, sleeping there, and it's Ryan Luzzy from Yorba Linda, California gets the bucket. So, again, SMCC forgetting that it was an and one. That's the easiest bucket of the day for Paul Smith. Again, taking a little run here at the end of the half, down by 15. I think it's too little too late. But.
Here's Kavutse. Inside to Marinati. To Gabloff. The three. Got it. Gabloff. And so the Bobcats starting to come back a little bit, but there's Gabloff. Keeping an eye up there with another three. That one a steal for Mervelis.
Look out. Oh, give me a foul.
And yep, he was stripped on the way up by Cameron Fuller.
I think Mervelis was lining up for maybe a flush there, but.
And to 1 minute and 1 second to go.
Substitution now for the Bobcats, number 25, Isaiah Evans.
And we will have Coach Richards on for some thoughts after the final buzzer.
First points for Mervelis this half.
And he gets the second one to fall as well. Henson will take it out for the Bobcats. Henson trying to go to work on Marinati. The step back three. Did not get it. Kavutse grabs the rebound. Down to 45 seconds, and Brown slow it down. And at this point, I think we can say that it's a great win for the Seawolves.
You never know what can happen when you have such a big layoff and come back with a little rust and not much practice time. Had some moments in the beginning of the game and near the end of the first half. Other than that, pretty solid victory for them as they move on, win their 10th game of the season.
Marinati throws one up as the shot clock ends.
Shot clock violation.
And we'll call it a violation.
We'll see if Paul Smith throws it up here, which is 19 seconds to go.
But a great win for the Seawolves. They move one step closer to getting that one spot and one step closer to a great playoff position.
We hope it's a conference tournament. We mentioned the women's game that with COVID, they haven't figured out the conference, the Yankee Small College Conference, what they're going to do with COVID, but they get the win today. As time runs out, and a 20-point victory for the Seawolves. A couple of big scoring players. I'm going to give first a shout-out to Anthony Henson. Had 3 points in the first half for Paul Smith College. Had 15 in the second half. He finishes with a game-high 18 points. Also, lots of guys filling up the score sheet for the Seawolves as well. Bazinski finishes with 9 points. Deshaun Cromwell, I'm doing some quick math in my head here, 9, 10, 11 points. Or 12 points, excuse me. Kavutse with 6 points. Marinati with 9 points. Mervelis with 4. Luke Gabloff with 6. Bodie Meter with 2. Cameron Cousins with 12. And Ian Regan finishes with 14 points, I believe, second highest score for Ian Regan. So we're going to have Coach Richards here in just a minute. Yes. Oh, well, that's the player of the game here. Perfect. Cameron Cousins is our player of the game. 15 points today for the 6'4" sophomore from Wells, Maine. And it wasn't just the points, Zach, but what he did offensively and defensively on the boards, which is, again, what we knew coming in. He's one of these guys that's going to do all the dirty work, and definitely had a big game today for them. And got those. Most of his points came in the first half, but it got to the line quite a bit and put the Seawolves in a great spot for some second chance points.
Yeah, great game from Cameron Cousins. As you said, great job with the rebounding and getting inside and doing good work to grab those rebounds and move the ball and get points. And just an all-around great game. First game back, I think it's definitely a good motivator for the Seawolves.
Absolutely. We're going to welcome in Coach Richards here as he gets the headset on. So let's first talk about, we talked at halftime, a 7-point lead, but we'll give a shout-out here to Jack Budzinski. Scores 7 quick points for you guys that really gets you out to that 14-point lead. And what did you see in that first few minutes that really kind of gave you the cushion you needed for the rest of the game?
Well, we talked about in the locker room was trying to get a little bit more space on our offense. As the game in the first half went, we kind of got tighter and tighter and tighter. So we do that, and now you got some openings, and a guy like Jack can get a shot off, and he had a nice real kind of rip pull-up, kind of a really good shot for him. So that got us going. And then on the defensive end, we were able to shut down lanes, and it just kind of spiraled from there. But really thrilled. I thought as the game went along, our offense was really coming along too. I mean, you're running good stuff in a motion offense when you're getting a change sides of floor 3 different times, and then with 5 on the shot clock, you're hitting a shot that you want to get, and our guys did a good job with hitting those, and those are hard to be on the receiving end of those, right? I mean, they're kind of deflators, right? And so that kind of played into it a little bit and gave us more energy, and so that was good.
A lot of fouls in the second half for you guys. Do you think a lot of that's like the rust, over-aggression, and fatigue? Absolutely.
Being, not straight up on a shot, down, or it's not sliding your feet. That's being off for a month and being in COVID protocols, and that's it's conditioning that we'll have to get back as we work back through this.
Talk a little about Ian Regan. He's kind of scored both points on both sides, and kind of definitely on both ends of the floor. What do you see from him as he kind of emerges here in the second half of the season?
Yeah, two-way player. I think he's doing a good job defensively in a lot of our help side principles, and that's giving him some deflections and some steals, and then he's able to kind of convert. I don't have the stat sheet in front of me, but I was really thrilled with his rebounding on the weak side, especially in the second half. I mean, we kind of tell guys like Ando and Cam to try and make sure you box out and let our guards come crashing down, and he really did a good job with that. Offensively, he just really read the defense well, I thought, and got a lot of kind of curls off screens and into the paint and got some layups. So, good game for him, and obviously, coming off the long hiatus, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
That was good to see.
Yeah. And lastly, just as with this year, you don't know what's really coming up as far as conference tournament, what postponements. How do you, as a coach in general, keep these guys motivated, keep these guys working hard in practice, because you're supposed to play again in the week, but who knows what could happen?
Yeah.
And what can you do on a day-to-day basis to keep these guys motivated?
Well, we're trying two things. The first one is control the controllables, right? Like, I can't control COVID shutdowns. I can't control cancellations. So if you let that get to you, it's really hard, right? So we can control the controllables. We got to come to work every day. We got to do our best and try and get back into shape and whatever. And then, really play today like it's your last for a while, and we've had to do that. And so I don't know, is the team we're playing next weekend going to get shut down? Maybe. And if they do, then today was our last game for a week, and so it's definitely a mindset change. It's a shift, and certainly not easy. It's definitely challenging, but everybody's in it, and that's the other thing I tell the guys. Like, guys, it's not just us, right? I mean, look around the landscape of college basketball, right? Like, it's, you're watching Division I games getting canceled and postponed, and high-profile coaches putting out tweets saying we'll play anybody, we'll go anywhere. I mean, it's real stuff right now, and it's challenging, and it's not what we all prescribe to, but you got to make the best of the situation. And honestly, and the other thing I told the guys too is, hey guys, you're playing, right? I mean, last year we didn't play,
right?
So anything we get right now feels like gravy, but it is hard, and I don't want to minimize it.
Patriots Bills tonight. Score prediction.
Oh, how cold is it in Buffalo right now?
It's going to be like today. It's going to be like negative 15 wind chill at game time, about 5 degrees.
I'm going to go. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
17-15 Pats.
All right, we love the homerism here. All right, appreciate it. All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Congrats on the win. All right, so the Seawolves do get that win after a long break. They take care of business, just a 7-point lead at halftime, but they come back and score 7 unanswered to start the half. And Zach, any final thoughts here as we wrap up our doubleheader here today at the Hub?
No, it was a great game. Both teams played really well, played consistent throughout the game, and it was fun to watch. And I think both teams are happy, especially this men's team coming off that long, as Coach Richard said, hiatus from the COVID protocols. But definitely some good things to come out of both games.
Awesome. 10th win again for the Seawolves. I want to thank everyone for watching today. Thank Jeff Schools, and for him and Zach Taranko, I'm Jeff Kirstenberry. Final score one more time from the Hub. Seawolves 82, Bobcats 62. Thanks for watching here on the SMCC Sports Network.